Hello there everybody and welcome to today's video, which will hopefully be the first in a whole series of videos which I'm going to call Jurassic World Evolution 2 Mythbusting. In this one today I want to see just how intelligent the dinosaurs are, and I'm specifically going to be using a velociraptor, Blue the velociraptor to be more specific. It doesn't matter which skin for the velociraptors you pick, they should all behave the same, but for the sake of, fan service, I'm going to be choosing the blue skin. Now before we get started actually building any kind of mazes or anything like that to test the raptor intelligence in the game, I am going to say that I need more suggestions from you guys about myths and gameplay techniques and things which I can test, try in future Jurassic World Evolution 2 myth-busting videos. Please write any ideas you have in the comments below, and if they're really good then I will test them in future videos. And as always, please hit the like button, and the subscribe if you've not done already. Recently at 10,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you all enough. Those long-time subscribers, new subscribers, you all mean the world to me. Thank you for supporting the channel like you do. It's amazing. Every little bit helps the channel, and yeah, we've come a very long way just in the space of the last 2 years. So yeah, I just want to say a giant thank you to you all on that front. So to begin testing the dinosaur AI in this game, I'm using potentially the largest map without using expanded parks mods, and I'm going to be building a maze with food at the end, and I'm going to see if the raptor can navigate all the way to the end of the maze. And I'm actually going to put other split paths in and everything like that. And as of this moment in time, I've not tested any of this, but I did have a scrapped video idea for Jurassic World Evolution 1 because I did test the maze capabilities of dinosaurs on that game, and they failed miserably. They couldn't make it to the end of the maze. So yeah, hopefully they are better in this game. So yeah, as you can see, starting off with a blank flattened sandbox park. Okay, and in the sandbox settings, with that, look, dinosaurs don't starve and don't dehydrate are off because I want the dinosaurs to get hungry and thirsty. And yeah, I'm just gonna speed build a little maze section and just see if the raptor can make it around there. Okay, so this footage is about to speed up. Catch you in a moment. Okay, so the first rather small maze has been built, and just to create the incentive to actually make it round there, I'm going to put a feeder. Now I know the raptors do prefer the live prey feeders, but I'm going to put a carnivore feeder in. They will eat from these, so just to make sure, that the goats aren't running all the way around to the raptors, I'm going to be using a normal carnivore feeder, which the raptors will go to if they're hungry. Also, as you can see, I'm using a whole slew of mods, but I'm not using expanded behaviour. That is the only one that will actually affect dinosaur behaviour. So these dinosaurs, although I've got tons of new species in the hatchery, I've got a whole host of other mods on the go, they will not be affected by these mods. Okay, only expanded behaviour is going to have any effect on dinosaur behaviour, and it's not installed. Okay, so we have a basic park set up here, and I think that'd be a good time to drop a save. So I'm just going to call this Maze 1, I guess. Let's get that done there, just in case it needs any revisions or anything like that. And I think passively, just as like a secondary test as well, I'm going to be testing the Ranger AI just to see how similarly that behaves to the dinosaurs, because if it is going to be some kind of rudimentary pathing system, we might be able to detect that depending on which route the Ranger takes. So that's all good. I'm just outlining different things, trying to eliminate any outside possibilities. Okay, and yes, the new species are coming out thick and fast at the minute, so please subscribe if you want to see all the latest showcases and things like that. Okay, so obviously just in the sandbox settings before we begin, we've got the dinosaur escapes off, comfort off, everything off basically apart from hunger and dehydration. So that's it, they won't get diseased or anything like that either. So let's just see then if a raptor can come out of here, get hungry, and make its way round the maze to here where there's food and water. Okay, let's release this. Bearing in mind that these fences the raptor cannot actually see through. So what I mean by that is once I actually hover over this, you'll be able to see the dinosaur, kind of what it can see. So first thing it'll do is try and form territory. It's roaming at the moment. It'll stay lonely, that's fine. But at this moment in time, the raptor cannot see the food or the water. But because it's released and it does get hungry and thirsty, as you can see, the food and water bars will slowly diminish to a point. And as soon as it gets to a point, it'll start looking for food and water. So right now it's expanding territory, and we just need to wait for it to get, you know, hungry or thirsty. So I'm keeping it open on this view. So as soon as it changes from expanding territory to looking for food or looking for water, then that's when the actual hunt for food or water will begin. Okay, so just having a look on here, like so, it's just expanding territory, and there is a nice clear path all the way to the water. Nice. So it keeps roaming, expanding territory. Yeah, that's all good. Whatever. Now it's looking for food. Okay, so as you can see, if I hover over there, it's looking for food, and it seems to know where it's going. Let's be honest, look, that knows exactly where it's going. And yeah, that's actually running, and it's made its way straight to the food and water. Okay, so yeah, even though it does want live prey, it will eat the meat, you know, but chances of disease are higher from eating from them feeders, but diseases are off in this sandbox session. So test number 1 with small maze is complete. Now, to keep this fair on all fronts, I'm going to actually get rid of this raptor, because yeah, because I think, well, if I do it with the same raptor and move it back, it's just been fed and watered. So we need to do a fresh raptor every time. So bye bye blue, you are gone. And now I need to expand this maze quite drastically. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll catch you in a second. You may see some sped up footage, you may not, depending on how long this takes, but I'm going to maybe double the size of the maze and just see if it can deal with that. Okay, so we're back. I believe that has roughly doubled the size of the maze, and I just want to see if the raptor will now go for that. Okay, so let's see if the raptor can handle that journey. And like I say, from where it hatches, it doesn't actually know where the food or water is. So we're on triple speed. It will take a little bit of time for the food and water bars to diminish, but it's just kind of forming territory like so. And I'll get back to you when it starts getting hungry, because it takes a little bit of time for them hunger and water bars to drop. So see you in a moment. Okay, so it's just started looking for food now, and look at the distance it can cover. It doesn't even know where that is, but it can go all the way there. Okay, now look at the way this is traveling. Okay, it kind of goes to that wall. I've just noticed it. It goes fast there because it was using up its stamina. You see the stamina bar there. It can sprint for a short amount of time, you see. The way it went, it didn't go from that corner to that corner there, if you noticed. It actually ran to this fence and then ran along it. So I'm just interested to see if that's the way the pathing works, you know, kind of on diagonals. I don't know, but it knows exactly where it's going. And I mean, it hasn't seen the food or water. So yeah, I'm just keen to see if it will eventually make it all the way to the end. And as you can see, the food bar is getting quite low. If it goes into the red, it'll start losing health. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. Yes, maybe find some way of getting it hungry, but where it can't die from hunger. So I just want to see how good the pathing is, see how good the dinosaur intelligence is, you know, in terms of the pathing, AI pathing and stuff. So as you can see now, it's hungry, but it's got no energy left to sprint, so it'd have to rest for that or eat. So it's going to be walking rather slow. I mean, this is triple speed. If we go to normal speed, that's just, you know, excruciatingly slow. Now I know that looks quite silly because there's an open section there, maybe a slight oversight on my part, but it did roughly double the size of the maze, so that's all good. Now as you can see, the health's dropping. So on the next test, I may have to see if I can get it to a point where it's hungry and then turn off hunger and just see if it stays looking for food. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. But test 2, is a success because it's found its way to what it needs, the food and the hunger. Okay, and luckily I've got voice audio turned right down in game because that would have annoyed me. They do talk a lot. Okay, and as you can see, it's made it to the food. So test one, and it's obviously it's not gone for that corner there, but that shows that obviously it can't see through fences because otherwise it would have lit that area up. So test 2 is complete. You know, we'll call that small plus, that maze. Look how much more build space we've got. I mean, this could go quite a way. So yeah. Okay, right, let's remove blue 2 then. Blue 2, blue's tooth, blue 2, yeah. Confusing myself there. Now I do need a test just to see if the ranger will make it all the way there, and I'm just thinking of the best way to do that. I'm thinking maybe put I don't know, a small substation in this corner, and I can use the marvelous damage tool by Kyodenic, part of the Kai Wii Tools mod package. So that is now broken, so I'm just going to see if the ranger will also go for this. Okay, now I do know, now you see, because it started moving right there, I know it'll make it there, but let's just have a look how the AI actually navigates this. I'm just going to see if it takes the same path as the Raptor. Not as far as I can tell at the moment. It's actually taking more of a racing line, but we'll have to see as time goes on if it actually follows the Raptor path or its own pathing. But I do know from previous experience that in the past on the speed runs and things like that, literally Ranger Jeeps have been too far away, I'm not kidding, too far away to actually get somewhere, even though they're not blocked. So I'm pretty sure at some point building this maze, the Raptor and the Jeep will not be able to make it to the food or water. That's just my theory. So I'm going to keep that small substation there because this is going to be the end point of any maze. So yeah, I'm going to extend this maze some more. Probably a section this large added onto here, I think, is going to be the next step. So you may see some sped up building footage, you may not, but I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, yes, so I am back. I've now just fixed the maze. The Raptor can now get all the way around it, and it is shaping up, but I mean, if it can make it round this, I mean, how far can it go? That is the real question. So we need to rack up another Raptor, like so, and release it, and just observe it, and see when it starts getting hungry as well. I have just tested that. Like I say, there is a big maze. We're on triple speed, just waiting for that to come in, and yeah, the maze is now that long I'm starting to lose track of whether there's a path to the end or not, but time will tell if I can keep up with the maze building, because this is yeah, this is pretty insane. Now I've left a space open around this edge because if there's any more maze building, I'll have to expand this section and go up snaking round here for the next sections. But while it's expanding territory, okay, let's just see. It's looking for more space. It'll soon be looking for food though. Now it's looking for food. Okay. Now it knows where to go. This is the thing. Look. Just look at that. It knows where to go. Right there, it's just followed the exact path of the Jeep. It seems to have the same pathing as the Jeeps. It kind of doesn't always move to the corner, if you understand what I mean. It kind of goes diagonally to the fence first. Now, adding more of them short sections in seems pretty pointless because it can literally just move straight through the middle of them. So if I'm lengthening this further than this section, then yeah, I'm going to have to not do them because it just weaves right through the middle. It doesn't really add any distance onto the maze. But I mean, we're going to have to cheer it on. Like I say, if you want to see any other myths or, you know, things tested in this game, just let me know. Yeah, I've got plenty of experience playing. Just a quick shout out, at the time of making this video, I do hold 21 world records for speedrunning this game as well. including the campaign, most of the Jurassic challenges, some of the easy challenges, yep, a couple of the chaos theories as well, I believe. I still hold them. Yep. But I have actually got times on every single mode as well, which are like top 3. So definitely up there. Not the most popular thing in the world, Jurassic World Evolution 2 speedrunning, but right, I'm just going to test something right now. Let me slow the game down a little bit because it's looking for food. Okay, so now in the sandbox settings, if I go to dinosaurs and change that, I mean, is that going to stop it from looking for food? Nope. Good news is now it won't starve to death, but it is still looking for food. Okay, and it's made it all the way round the maze from being there. That is, if you stretch that out, that's probably enough to go all the way across and back several times. Okay, or at least twice, I'd say. So the next step then is to test the ranger teams. So back to the damage tool, which is the lovely B key, and damage this substation right here. And I just want to see if the ranger team will attempt that. If it'll even attempt it, it knows the way. So yeah, I'm happy to say that the ranger team is probably going to make it all the way round. I'm going to leave it to make it all the way round because I have more maze editing to do. And the next step, I'm going to actually double the size of this maze and see if it can make it all the way round. We'll just have to see, won't we? I may actually add in a fork as well with a dead end, and I'll include the dead end looking like it's the right way, but it won't be. Yeah. And the actual way will be right round the outside of that. Okay, so that's done. Transport the raptor away, and it is getting exponentially like longer every time to expand this maze because I'm trying to double it every time. So if you get to see sped up footage, good, but if not, it will maybe just be highlights of the build sped up or something, just to keep the video length down. Don't want to waste all your time. So yeah, I'll be back very shortly when I have doubled the size of the maze and added in a dead end as well. So catch you in a moment. And we're back. So I have now extended the east wing, as you can see, and I've actually included a dead end in there as well. It's only a small one, but it's just there, and it leads to the false promise. It can't access any of that water or food, but it's just a little thing there that indicates to me that that is a dead end as well. So there's a false promise that way. You see, it has to follow all the way round, and I've just had a quick look, just eyeballed it, and I believe that Blue could navigate that entire maze, and I've left plenty of space to expand upon this as well. But that there has added many lengths. All of this section has added a lot of distance onto this. So onto Blue again. Let's get another Blue on the go and release. Okay, and this is Raptor number 4. So this is Labyrinth 4 now. We are onto labyrinth proportions on this. So yeah, let's see. So we're just waiting for Blue to become hungry, and as soon as Blue becomes hungry, I'm actually going to turn the hunger off. So I need to do that right away actually. Good thing I remembered. So we'll do that, and yeah, apply. So injuries and thirst, not injuries, hunger and thirst is now back on. Triple speed, of course, but that means that Blue is going to take a little bit of time to become hungry. So yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as Blue becomes hungry. Okay, so Blue has become hungry and is actually looking for the food. Now, for some reason, the game has gone really jerky. I don't know if it's the game pathfinding or something like that. I really don't know, but all of a sudden the game has gone jerky for some reason. Really shouldn't be doing that. I don't know why, but Blue is already out of stamina. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into sandbox settings, dinosaurs, and don't starve, don't dehydrate, and hopefully Blue will carry on looking for food. Ah, look at that. The system works. Okay, so still looking for food. and this is going to take a very, very long time to get round. So I'm just going to comment as time goes on, but the footage will be sped up, of course, at this point, because it's going to take several minutes for Blue to get round this. And I've just realised, through the miracle of modding, I have actually got the speed controls installed. So not just triple speed, I can actually speed up the game to 16 times, which is actually going to drastically speed up this process. Okay, I'm assuming that if the starvation, dehydration was on, so the dinosaur could die of starvation or dehydration, probably die around here. Yeah. Now, for some reason, like I say, the game has gone jerky. Is it because the AI is having to plot such a huge course around the map? Really not sure. Really not sure at all. Okay, but let's just see if it goes for the dead end. Nope, Blue has bypassed the the false promise. So definitely not influenced by that at all. But as you can see, that's actually quite cool, the way that pattern all goes like that. And it seems as though it fades over time. Look at that, it's actually a snake. You see it thinning on the far side where Blue was a while ago. That's actually quite impressive, because it no longer knows what's there. Okay, so this is 16 times, and you can see just how long this is taking, but Blue knows. Okay, Blue definitely knows the way. So, it's taken a while. I'll catch you in a moment when Blue has got further through the maze. Okay, so Blue is actually charging right the way through. Still looking for food. And yes, this is 16 times speed. That's what it looks like. So, yeah, Blue is having a bit of a fit there. It's taken a while. Look how long this is taking. On the overview as well, look, it's like the snake is disappearing. The snake of visibility. Yeah. Yeah, even include a little roundabout section there, as you can see. And I mean, I've done pretty well on this maze. It's even got one dead end. Now, anybody being asked to navigate this, a human, would have a lot of difficulty, especially at that section, because they'd forget which way they came in and maybe double back on themselves. But just saying, the AI in this game is very good in terms of pathing. Okay, so it looks as though Blue's going to make it. 16 times speed, and that took ages, I'm not going to lie. Blue's made it. There we go. The promised land. There we go. Blue has made it. Food and drink for you. Okay. Time to trank. And I'll tell you what else I'll try as well. We will add a task. First of all, let's break that substation with the damage tool. Okay. And let's just see if a ranger will make it there. Okay. And I think that is a yes. Okay, so you can see how quick the time is actually running, look, in terms of time tranquilized on Blue there. Okay, right, quick before Blue gets Blue wakes up. So yeah, Blue is now gone, and the Jeep is actually powering around the maze. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to disable that there, because yeah, I need the Jeep to come back. Yeah, and it's not gone for the dead end either, which is weird. Well, not weird, but anybody navigating this maze, look, you've got no visual markings. So the AI is not doing it visually. We knew that anyway, really. I'm just pointing it out. But that dead end there, I mean, if you was walking round, just looking at that, you might think, if you was a human walking around that, you might actually think, oh, maybe if I go round there, there might be a way in. And then come back and then think, which way did I come in? And then you're going back on yourself, when in fact this is the way, you know. So, you know, some humans in this maze would have starved to death. I'm not going to lie. They wouldn't be surviving. The labyrinth, yeah? the labyrinth. Okay, so I'm going to extend this even more. I'm going to fill the map. I'm going to add maybe one or two other dead ends as well. I'm going to fill the map, and we'll see if Blue can navigate the entire thing. Okay, I'll be back when that is done. Okay, so after some time, the labyrinth is now complete. And yes, the last bit did get a little bit messy. That's actually not too bad, but it did start going a little bit crazy at the end. But hopefully the Raptor Blue will make it all the way through. Now I've added in a second dead end, a third dead end. They're just there just to let me know that that's a turnaround. And another dead end right there. So there's dead ends all over, including that little mini one there. So I've got like a total of 4 or 5 dead ends, you know. We're just going to see if the AI can avoid them. Now, as you can see, any human, I mean, to walk that's several miles for a human to walk. A human is like about the height of one of them feeders. So... yeah, you can tell just how, maybe the height of that fence, actually. Maybe not the height of the feeder, but the height of that fence. So you can imagine just how much walking that would be for a human. Now, it's time to release Blue. We'll just see what goes on, okay? We'll just have a look, see if Blue can handle the maze, okay? So we're on to Blue number 5, okay? First of all, let's go into sandbox settings and... go to dinosaurs. Don't starve, don't dehydrate. Yeah, turn them off. Oh, I didn't actually do that there. Okay, and apply. Yeah, thank you. And this time I'm keeping 16 times speed on. Okay, because as soon as that happens, I'm going to pause and turn the dehydration and stuff off. It just means that it's going to go, like you see now, it's looking for food. Okay, and it's at that point that it starts looking for food that the severe lag kicks in. It must have some crazy pathing that's kind of lagging me game, you know. Okay, so dinosaurs then, don't starve and don't dehydrate, and we'll just see. Okay, wow, this is making the game almost almost unplayable. My frame rate has tanked badly. Okay, I'll get back to you when Blue has got roughly around to where the maze actually reconnected last time. Okay, because this, even at 16 speed and with that lag, it's going to take quite a while for Blue to make it anywhere around that. Okay, so I'll get back to you in a moment when Blue is roughly around here. Okay. Okay, so Blue's just made it to around the 1/3 of the way through point. And I will be honest, the frame rate has become crippling. So, yeah, managed to dodge the first red herring, the false promise, like before. Still going, though, and very promising that Blue is going to find the food. I mean, look at that frame rate. That pathing is very bad, but still looking for food. But the frame rate is shockingly bad. Now, I'm just going to leave this roll in a second, just see if it actually takes that shortcut. I highly doubt it will. It's like the game has like a pre-planned route, and that seems to be what's heavily lagging the frame rate at the minute. Look how much more there is to go on 16 speed. I'm not kidding. I literally just, you know, took a minute's break there, like... and left this running, and it's taken this long to get round. I'm willing to say that at the moment it's definitely plausible that the AI pathing for dinosaurs on this game is basically limitless. There we go. It's not gone for the shortcut, and I'm just going to see if it can handle the narrower sections. I'm just going to see. We will see. I'm sure it will. It's much smaller than them. Yep, let's just have a look. Crippling frame rate. No. Now you see, I don't think that's anything to do with graphics or anything like that, because before I launched that Raptor, there wasn't any frame issues. One Raptor shouldn't cause them issues. So all I can assume is it's the extreme pathing that's doing that to the game engine, making the frame stutter like that. The game just kind of isn't built for dinosaurs tackling complete labyrinths like this. Okay, So that stuttering is bad, but it seems to be improving slightly the further the Raptor gets around the maze, which is leading me to believe that it is the pathing that's causing that. So just leaving it to roll a little bit longer. I will cut back in a moment to see if it goes for the next dead end. We'll see, the false promise, which will be the third one. So catch you in a moment when Blue's made it round to this section here. Okay, so Blue is now approaching another possible dead end. The frame skips seem to be improving slightly. Oh, I thought Blue was going to go for it there. You know, it would have been quite interesting to see Blue actually go to the dead end, turn back round, and then come through, you know. Like, a lot of mazes, if you've ever been to a maze before, like, the general rule is just choose all rights or all lefts, and most mazes can be solved like that. Some mazes have like a roundabout where you'll get stuck if you follow that kind of rule, but most mazes can be solved by just taking all lefts. So if Blue took a left there, it'd go round, back, you see, and then because, you know, of that way, she'd have to take a right, but then you're kind of following the wall, you know, so you're correcting a dead end. But that way you'd discover, you see. I don't know why one little section there from Blue has actually lit up. I don't know. The AI is behaving a little bit funny. Well, when I said about them frame skips, they do seem to have improved slightly. I get more time before the skips. So, it seems to be improving as Blue makes the way round, and actually, you know, the pathing is resolved as it goes round. Yeah, that's the only way I can explain these frame skips, you see. So, this section here is going to take a while to get through. Let's cut back in a moment just to see if Blue takes the dead end. I know I'm 99% sure that Blue won't, but we'll test that theory in a moment. Okay, so we're coming up to the next false promise, and Blue has just completely ignored it. Okay, so this section here is probably the narrowest section, and I know Blue will make it through. I'm not sure about the Jeep. The Jeep generally has problems getting through narrow sections like that, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? I hope the game doesn't crash because I haven't saved this, so that will ruin the video if that happens, but I have faith. I have faith. So, okay, I think it's time to maybe skip ahead a little bit. I'll get back to you when Blue has got through the thins, we'll call it, and onto this corner, okay? So I'll catch you in a moment. Okay, so Blue has made it through the thins and is now onto what is essentially one of the first bits of the maze that was built, the labyrinth. Yeah, I know it's labyrinth, but I'm saying labyrinth just because it sounds funny. But as you can see, that frame rate is actually improving. So as the waypoint is completed, the waypoint that the AI has set, basically it's being resolved with every corner that Blue takes, and my frame rate is improving. So not a graphical issue, it's a game engine issue, that frame skip. It's just not designed for this kind of pathing, I don't think. Well, obviously it is because it can do it, but it's definitely not optimized for it, let's be honest. Oh dear, but I can't believe that was the thing. And like I say, I did a similar video for Jurassic World Evolution 1, and a maze literally this size, the dinosaur could not complete it. You know. So it goes to show that the AI, at very least the AI pathing on Jurassic World Evolution 2 is much improved. And look at that, frame rate stabilizing now that them waypoints are resolved. And Blue has made it. Now on 16 times speed, wow, I'm not kidding, that was like 10 or 15 minutes. It'd take, at normal speed, I'm not kidding, with Blue walking around all of this, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, probably. Thank goodness for 16 times speed, the expanded speed controls mod, because that made my life a lot easier. Now look, now that Blue's got no pathing, look, or very little pathing, look, completely fine, that frame rate. You see, it was literally just the extreme pathing that caused that, which is absolutely insane. Okay, and now just the final test, just to complete the myth busting. That remains broken, so we will see if the Ranger will take on that task. And it seems as though the Ranger will, and the Ranger has no issues. So that just about rounds up the Labyrinth challenge. Myth confirmed that pathing is, as far as I can tell, in Jurassic World Evolution 2, unlimited. I mean, Raptor and Jeep can go through all of that. So if you have any more myths, ideas, suggestions for a future Jurassic World Evolution 2 myth busting video, I urge you to write them in the comments, okay? And like I say, if they're really good, we'll test them in a future video. Other than that, if you've liked this video, even enjoyed it a little bit, please stick a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're into Jurassic World Evolution 2, the mods, the DLC, the gameplay, anything like that. I cover all aspects of the game and several other games as well. So yeah, I'd love to see you all again. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day. You know, much love. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel and got me to 10k. Never thought I'd get this far. Other than that, all the best, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.